What's up, boys? This is going to be yesterday's chart recap. Not really a trade recap because I did not trade, because I ended up not taking a trade. But still, yesterday was an important day for me because I was patient enough and disciplined enough to not fall for false confidences, and that prevented me from losing, having a losing day. Right. So let's get into it. Going into the day, my bias or everything I had initially marked out was basically like telling me to go long, right? So my bias for the day was long, bullish, but we did have a bearish day, and that's why I did not trade. I was patient enough to not trade against my bias, and like yesterday was an important day, even though I did not trade. So we had a range forming right here, range low and range high. I wanted one of these liquidity levels to get swept so I can target the opposite level, right? So although we did have this sell side right here, we did have Asian lows right here, and we did have a SMT with DXY, a very I would say a very important SMT right here. After that, we were also in a support level, right? So everything over here was telling me that I should target these London highs, which were, if we marked out the standard deviation from here to here, because this area was kind of an accumulation. Even though we were bearish right here, but I would consider this sort of an accumulation, right? So if we place a standard deviation from this manipulation leg down to these accumulation lows, we can see the London high is close to the 2.5 minus 2.5 SD level, right? So everything over here was telling me to go long. We did have sort of a change state delivery. We inversed these bases right here, but what I want you to see was a 15-minute change state delivery right here, or a closure above this last CB right here, which did not happen. So I did not take a trade. So after that, we took out the range low, and this was so perfect. This was the perfect setup. We took out range low, right? We put in a bullish SMT, a major one, right? We inverse the 5-minute CB. We had what you might think is a change state delivery, but that's what I'm talking about, right? That's what really saved me from taking a loss yesterday, was that this leg up did not happen with enough displacement for me to consider this a change state delivery. Displacement is extremely important, and I think the main reason why I have been losing a lot, not a lot, but the main reason I've been losing recently is because I've been considering every move up, every closure above the, for example, in this example, if we closed above anywhere, if we closed above these consecutive down close candles, I would have considered this a change step delivery. But now I do understand, and I do take displacement into consideration a lot. I have high regards for displacement. So even though we did close above the high, the closure above the high was not with enough displacement for me to consider this a change state delivery. This was just liquidity sweep. Even though we did close above, but it did not happen with displacement. So I consider this a liquidity sweep. So even though everything right now was telling me that we have to go long, we have a SMT, we took out range low, we inversed the 5-minute CB, right? We were kind of close to the weekend gap as well. I think on the higher time frame, wait. On the higher time frame, you can sort of consider this weekend gap to still be holding. Not right here after we had a closure above below, but somewhere around here we can still consider this weekend gap to be holding as a support level. So everything right now in this area, in this time frame, was telling me that we have to go long. Everything was set up perfectly, but the main thing I wanted to see was a change state delivery, or a break of structure, or a market structure shift with displacement, and that did not happen. So I ended up not taking a trade, and that's what saved me from losing this trade, right? Also, Another thing I've noticed in my journals, in my journal too, was, wait, let me see. Right, this look went against the trend, took a long when we were clearly heading towards the support level, which was the weekend gap. Ended up consolidating a lot and then had bullish price action. So this was previous weeks, or I think the week before that. This was the trade I took maybe like a week or two ago, and this was the outcome of the trade. I took a long when we were clearly heading towards the support level and went against the trend, and that's exactly what's happening right here. The trend is still bearish, right? We do not have a clear change of delivery, and we have a support level which is the 4 RBC resting below us. So going into a long right here would have been a very risky move, considering that we do not really have any clear signs of reversal, even though all the other confluences are telling me we have to go we shall go long. But the last thing I wanted to see, for me to confirm a reversal, was a break of structure, and that did not happen. So so basically, all in all, being patient and really having all the confluences I need to go to take this reversal trade were not complete. So that's what really made me not take this trade, and ended up, even though I did not have a winning trade yesterday, but I did not have a losing trade as well, and that's a W for me, at least. I learned from my previous mistakes, and I followed my good habits. I was disciplined enough, I was patient enough, and the market rewarded me by me not losing a trade, right? So as you can see, my bias was correct, right? We tapped into the 4 RBC and then continued above, and I think we'll potentially take these range highs right here. So all in all, this was the trade, right? Me being patient and following all my rules, all my good habits, resulted in me not taking a loss, and that for me as a trader is a big win, right? So this was it for yesterday's trade. I might take a trade today, might go long. Let's see what happens. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned something out of this trade, and remember to stay calm, be patient, follow your good habits, be disciplined, and the market will surely reward you for that.